What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is windy. I don't know if you guys can tell. Hopefully my mic's working. Guys, let me know in the comment section if my mic is doing okay. Those of you that are tuning in on Facebook, do me a favor, give this a big share, a like, post it in your groups. So this is the first time I'm going live via StreamYard through my phone, and I'm doing it out in 5G fishing network world. Woo, let me turn my trolling motor down. So right now the wind is crazy. So I'm going to kind of go back into a cove and hope that the service is still sustainable. I love to call this 5G fishing. Why? Because I'm fishing in an area that only has 5G with the attempt of trying to be live for you guys. So hopefully nobody gets seasick. We're going to get back in here in this cove and it should calm down a little bit. It's white capping on the main lake. So here I am again hiding. I was hoping for less wind today, but doesn't want it. This time of year, man, it's hard. Looks windy. How's my audio, guys? Can you guys hear me? I know I'm going to have some wind through the mic, but can you guys hear me okay? And yes, it is very windy. So I'm going to come in here, talk about some products, see if we can catch them. I've already caught one drop shot, got them in the live well. Of course, I don't want to drop shot the whole time. I want to throw a Carolina rig. I want to do some flipping. Started off with a spinner bait because of the wind-blown banks. And let's see, sounds good. Thank you. Thank you guys very much. That wind is awful. Ripping. I'm back here. I got a little bit of a shield from this point. But yeah, it's windy. It's white capping out back behind me. Main lake is getting beat up. Got that new Suzuki back there. I don't know if you guys can see her. Ooh, I love her to death. She's about half broke in now. Probably got about 5 more hours to go, and then I can get nasty with it. My wife wants me to take her tubing, so who am I to say no? Get back here and see if I can start flipping a little bit, maybe throw a Carolina rig. Try a buzzbait, but I doubt it. Maybe towards sundown. Sundown or right when the sun's coming up. So right now I'll try to put one in the boat just while we're live. And of course here in a minute I'll go to some styles that can produce more commonly bigger fish. Drop shot can definitely produce consistency. Lots of fish. Gets a lot of shame. A lot of people that talk trash about drop shot usually don't know how to do it right. That's my opinion. Can't say it's fact, but that's kind of what I've seen over the years. Is you get a lot of anglers they're power fishermen, and they don't like to slow down and finesse, and they just think of it as kind of like fairy wand fishing, right? That's what they call it, the fairy wand. What's your guys' opinion of drop shot? Is it the fairy wand, kind of a sissy way of fishing? Or is it a little bit more technical for some people that just can't put that together sometimes? I don't know. But it's a struggle when you first learn a drop shot, trying to understand everything that you're feeling under the water, how it translates to the rod, when to set the hook, when to not to set the hook. What are you feeling? Are you keeping the line taut enough? You know, are you twitching it too much? Do they want a dead stick? There's a lot. I mean, but that's just fishing all the way around. What do you guys think? Are you guys big drop shot people? Let's see here. I go out to catch fish, whatever it takes. Yeah, that's right, man. I tell you what. Never tried drop shot. Really try. If you're wanting to put 5 fish in the boat when nothing else is working, drop shot is usually a great way to go. Dragging through some trees right now. Try a little drop shot. I guess I can look at my live scope. Not seeing a ton right through here. I mean, there's some moving bait, so we'll see if we can find some. This wind and this heat has probably got them screwed up. It is. Water temperature is about 83 degrees right now. It's probably about 101 degrees here in Arizona, or at least on this lake right now. It was 101 when I come over, so ought to start cooling down here a little bit. I don't know how long my phone's going to like this heat. probably going to get hot and shut down. And if that's the case, I apologize, guys. So if there's an abrupt end to the broadcast, it's probably because my phone overheated. Tends to happen. All right, now we're slowing down into some decent wind here, or decent water. I might throw a Carolina rig. Wish I'd have brought my glasses to where I could see them get a lot of reflection. New comment. Make sure you keep sunscreen on. Well, that's another good reason to talk about it. I mean, I'm wearing some of our KastKing UPF 50 shirts. These are the new gloves that we talked about last week on Amazon, still available out there. If you guys go to last week's show, I would post them on this one. I could post it in post later and add it into the comment section. The links, these gloves right here are awesome. They are the fingerless UPF 50 sun gloves right here. They're going to keep all that sun off you, just like you said. Make sure you're wearing sunscreen. Well, that's definitely the thing. Now, some people are big into sunscreen. Lately, there's been a lot of, and I'm kind of on this world. There's a lot of chemicals in sunscreen that are not really good for you. So I try not to wear sunscreen. I try to just cover up. That's my goal here. All right, guys, what do you think I should throw? Should I go? Ooh, there's my live scope's moving all around. What's going on, Joe? How are you, man? Out here 5G fishing live. Hopefully my phone doesn't overheat. It's hot out here. That phone's in direct sunlight. Not much I can do with the way it is. Unless I go live later. Let's see if we can. Let's try slow dragging some stuff. What do you guys think? Do some slow drags. Put the fairy wand away. Got one in the boat right now. If you guys want to see. Not a big guy. Got one right now. It's got some little abrasions on the side right there, like some funk on him. But yeah, got one there. That was way a fairy wand. See if we can add a couple more while we're live. Let's go to let's drag ourselves a sea rig. Have some fun with the Carolina rig. So I'm going to be throwing a Speed Demon Pro Carolina rig rod because I'm throwing Carolina rig. Speed Demon Pro rod is by far my favorite Carolina rig rod that we make, which is being discontinued, which is sad to me. I do like the Asage Carolina rig rod. It is a great rod. I just prefer the Speed Demon Pro's action a little more. And I was kind of like sad by the fact that the Speed Demon Pro is going away and I won't be able to get my favorite rod anymore in a Carolina rig. I have like 8 of these though, so I'll be okay. But the Asage does great, but to me, the Asage in a Carolina rig and a flipping rod. Now, again, this is my personal opinion. It's a little bit stiffer. It kind of feels like a cross between a flipping rod and a Carolina rig rod. So if you like that, if you're the person that thinks that our Speed Demon Pro Carolina rig rod's a little too soft, the Asage is your friend. It's your best friend. If you think that the Carolina rig rod and the Asage is a little too stiff and doesn't have the action you like, then the Speed Demon Pro is your favorite. But like I said, the Speed Demon Pro is going away. So what do? Well, I found the Royale Legend Pro. Yes, this guy right here is my second favorite Carolina rig rod of all time. The nice thing is it's got such a great MSRP package. You know what I mean? To get a combo too. That Royale Legend Pro reel and rod combo is such a hard combo to beat. I'm telling you, it's so good. I think it's like right around $100, $90 for that whole combo. Could be wrong. Don't have my cheat sheet to double check right now. But anyways, back to the rig that I'm using. Now, when I tie on a Carolina rig rod, for those that are Carolina rig guys, I don't know how many of you guys use Carolina rig. It's simple. I go with a bead Then a 3/4 ounce, I like a heavier weight, 3/4 ounce egg weight, or you can use a bullet weight, tungsten or lead, doesn't matter to me. Then another bead. If you've got a clacker, put that clacker between your bead and your weight, the brass clacker. So me, I'm just doing bead, weight, bead, and then I use a bobber stop before my knot to the swivel. And the reason for that is that bobber stop works as a cushion. And so anytime you're slinging that heavy weight and you're smashing them beads down, whether they're plastic or they are actual glass beads, you run the risk of fraying. Or what's your top favorite rod? Okay, we'll get into that in just a moment. Thank you for asking. But anyhow, that bobber stop basically cushions your knot, keeps you from damaging that knot so much, and breaking off is easy. And then of course that's on 25-pound tripolymers, what I've been using lately. It's got like the same line diameter of about 17-pound fluorocarbon. I love the way 17-pound fluorocarbon actually casts and the way it feels. When you start getting into 20-pound and heavier fluorocarbon, it gets real wiry. So I found that 25-pound tripolymer is that good go-to, gives you a little bit more pound test line strength there, with the line diameter of, oh, I'm hung up, ladies and gentlemen. We got to go get it. Casted it right into a submerged tree, I suppose, that, or I'm crotched between two rocks. But anyhow, that tripolymer, like I said, a line diameter of about 17-pound, 25-pound tripolymer, line diameter of about 17-pound fluorocarbon. And I love the way 17-pound fluorocarbon casts in 2025. It's too wiry. That tripolymer gets you there. The bait action's better, the castability is better, and you still have that good pound test to deal with. Now, when you get to from the bobber stop, I do a polymer knot to the swivel, barrel swivel. And then I do another polymer knot, or you can do a uni knot on your leader line down to your hook. And worm hook or EWG is fine. Golly, I am in something. Jeez Louise. Whatever I'm hung up in is nasty. Let's get the boat over to it. Peel off some line here so I can disengage. Good Lord. Anyhow, so usually you want to use the leader line, and this may be key for us right now. If I can't get this unhung, it's deep too. So the reason why I like to run a lighter leader line, so I have 25-pound. I'm in a tree. Did I hook up and not feel it? No. But I am wrapped around a limb of some kind. But anyways, the reason why I like... Dang! I don't know what the deal was there, guys. That was wild. Wild, wild, wild. All right, so we're going to re-rig this in a bit. We'll move on to another Carolina rig. Was it something? All right, we'll go on to something else. Okay, but anyways, to finish that up, run 25-pound test. Something had me wrapped around. I don't know if a fish picked up my my line and I didn't feel it, which happens, which has been happening actually quite a bit lately. The bite out here is real soft. It's been kind of strange, but anyways, they'll pick it up ever so gently, and it's kind of hard to feel sometimes. But anyhow, I run a 25-pound main line to about a 20 to 17-pound fluorocarbon leader. You can use mono, so that way if you want that bait to come off the bottom a little better. But I like a lighter one, even though I didn't demonstrate it right now with that whole situation that just happened, because I was tied around a tree and I think around the main line. But so you break off at the swivel, and you're only retying a hook and not retying a whole system like we got to do. And normally that is the case. About 85% of the time you're going to break off your leader line and not your main hook. That Suzuki looks good on that Champion. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It does. It feels nice to have it on there. So, but anyhow, that was my setup that I was using there was the Skeet Reese rod or a Skeet Reese reel on a Speed Demon Pro rod. I like the Sage Carolina rig rod. It's kind of a cross between, like I said, that flipping. To me, it's a fantastic Texas rig rod. You can get away with some decent flipping. You can get away with Carolina rig, but as far as just that good in between, a little bit more power, that Sage's got it. If you want a little bit less power, Speed Demon Pro or Royal Legend Pro. So it all depends. And that's crazy because Royal Legend Pro is an IM7. Speed Demon Pro is a IM8. And the Asage is an IM9. So, all right, let's see here. What can we do to get you guys to fish catch while we're live? That guy right there. I'll get a fish catch while we're live, and then I'll go back to like Carolina rig or flip some of these trees and see if we can't get a donkey in here, or at least a 2+ pounder. But don't get me wrong, drop shot can still produce beasts. Great rods, I agree. What do you... Okay, Jennifer Ludman says, what did you spray on your bait? Oh, okay, so great question. So sometimes I'll spray right here. So this is Bang. There's a whole bunch of scents and stuff out there. I got quite a few different scents that I use. This one right here, when I'm flipping, it's a crawfish and shad scent, which I think is kind of funny to me because I didn't know that they both smelled the same. I'm like, that's when you read the label, that's what it says. It's crawfish and shad scent on that one. And I'm like, man, I guess they smell similar. Probably both smell like fish. But there we go. Oh, come off. See if we can come back and